It's, I mean...
There it is. And America, make that noise one more time for Paul Zarnin and for all the finalists. You're the winner. That was season 10, and it was an insane season. It's been great. One more time for our judges. Howie Mandel, Mel B, Heidi Klum, and Howard Starr. Good night, America.
On an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Hillary Clinton drops by. NBC Tonight.
Your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Shad Olson. This is NewsCenter1 at 10. Breaking news tonight is federal and local authorities today recover a body from Badlands National Park. Park officials say that 4 backpackers notified rangers about an abandoned backpack and other personal artifacts that they'd found in the Sage Creek Wilderness area last night. The rangers then hiked out to the site this morning, and after conducting a more extensive search, they say remains were found in a dry creek bed at the bottom of a ravine. A number of agencies, including the FBI and the Pennington County Sheriff's Office, are working together to identify the individual and the cause of death in those remains. An officer-involved shooting in Lead has ended in the death of a Wyoming man today. The Lawrence County Sheriff's Office responding to a request for help from the Newcastle Police Department in locating a stolen vehicle that was believed to be headed towards South Dakota. Deputies finding the vehicle this morning and pursuing that suspect on foot. The Division of Criminal Investigation saying the incident escalated with the suspect firing shots at the deputies. Deputies then returned fire. 31-year-old Rory Lynn Gunderman of Sundance was airlifted to Rapid City Regional Hospital, where he later died. The Division of Criminal Investigation, at the request of the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office, is investigating that incident. Switching to national headlines tonight, the second Republican presidential debate is officially over. It was a showdown at times. It was heated as more than a dozen GOP contenders tried to make an impression with voters and wrestle away some momentum from frontrunner Donald Trump. NBC's Jay Gray has a closer look from the Reagan Presidential Library in California.
As far as temperament, I think I have a great temperament. I built a phenomenal business with incredible.
You know, I think Mr. Trump is a wonderful entertainer. He's been terrific at that business.
A lot of momentum.
I am far and away greater than an entertainer as a businessman, and that's the kind of mindset this country needs to bring it back.
And tonight, Donald Trump got most of the attention from the rest of the candidates from the start.
1 second.
No.
I didn't want to get
Donald, you cannot take
more energy tonight. I like that.
Mr. Trump, we don't need an apprentice in the White House. We don't need an apprentice in the White House. We have one right now.
And true to form, the real estate mogul turned GOP frontrunner fired back.
Excuse me.
No, we talk about
in
this.
Wisconsin, you're losing $2.2 billion right now.
You're using
I
the
would
talking...
do so much better than that.
In this bastion of Republican history and home to one of its heroes, the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, the candidates also work to tie themselves to his legend and legacy.
At a place that honors the legacy of a man who inspired not just my interest in public service, but also our love for country.
Ronald Reagan knew how to go big and go bold.
He was a great one, and I learned much from watching him.
The debate did shift to the issues.
If we don't seal the border, the rest of the stuff really doesn't matter.
And it does require securing the border. No one disagrees with that.
Immigration, terrorism, tax reform, and same-sex marriage. Several of the candidates also taking swipes at President Obama and potential Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton.
Of lying about Benghazi, of lying about her emails, about lying about her servers.
But this night was about the Republicans, more than a dozen who want to be the next president. Jay Gray, NBC News, at the Reagan Presidential Library.
And earlier this evening, the lower polling candidates squaring off in what was billed as the undercard GOP debate. Today, President Barack Obama urging Congress to act now to prevent a potential government shutdown. Members of Congress have until October 1st to come to a budget agreement. President Obama saying that some conservatives are threatening a shutdown in order to block federal funding for Planned Parenthood. The president blaming Republicans for the government shutdown 2 years ago due to disagreements about Obamacare. Today, warning members of Congress that the already fragile economy would take a hit in the case of a government shutdown. Our own U.S. Senator John Thune standing up on the Senate floor today in response to the president's deal with Iran. Thune voicing once again his frustration with Senate Democrats for repeatedly blocking an up or down vote on the president's nuclear deal with Iran. Thune is calling that move stifling the voices of the American people and, quote, Thune also discussing what he perceives as some of the dangers of that deal.
A nuclear-armed Iran is a direct threat to the security of the United States and our allies in the Middle East, and the American people deserved that chance to have their voices heard. Now, I want to take just a moment, Mr. President, to read some of the statements that have been made by Iran's supreme leader over the past few weeks. This is directly from the Twitter feed of the Ayatollah Khomeini. Speaking to Israel, he says, and I quote, "You will not see the next 25 years," end quote. That's the supreme leader of Iran speaking to Israel. And then he goes on to add, "God willing, there will be nothing of the Zionist regime in 25 years.
President Barack Obama and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will meet at the White House on November 9th to talk further about Iran. It will be the first formal meeting between those two leaders in months. Obama had refused to meet with Netanyahu in March when the Israeli leader appeared before a joint meeting of Congress at their invitation earlier this year. Overseas today, clashes breaking out as Hungarian police block migrants at the Serbian-Hungarian border. Those migrants are fleeing violence in their home countries, and many U.S. leaders are saying that the migrant crisis is the result of a lack of strategy and preparation in the fight against ISIS. U.S. Central Command shocking members of Congress today by admitting failures in a program to train rebels to fight ISIS and the Syrian government. NBC's Edward Lawrence reports on allegations that the military changed battlefield intelligence to give a more positive outlook to that fight.
Clashes at the border between Hungary and Serbia as Syrian refugees try to cross. Hundreds of thousands of refugees are fleeing ISIS and the Syrian government. In Washington, top military officials were verbally blasted for a lack of strategy and preparation.
This is an abject failure. The refugees are the result of it.
General Lloyd Austin admitted right now the rebels in the fight against ISIS and the Syrian government that the U.S. trained could be counted on one hand.
Can you tell us what the total number of trained fighters remains?
It's a small number, and the ones that are in the fight is we're talking four or five.
The $500 million training program run by U.S. Special Forces now has about 100 more rebels in training.
It's time to, way past time to react to that failure.
The White House downplayed ISIS gains and U.S. setbacks.
The administration knew on the front end that this would be a quite difficult task, and it's proven to be even more difficult than we thought.
General Austin also confirmed he's investigating whether the U.S. changed intelligence to paint a positive picture on the ground against ISIS.
I think that we need to recognize them as one of the single greatest threats that we have today.
A threat that is causing ripple effects, displacing millions of people. Secretary of State John Kerry says Russia has now proposed military-to-military talks. The Russians sent tanks, air defenses, and troops to help the Syrian government, which the U.S. opposes. Edward Lawrence, NBC News, Washington.
And the United States is weighing that offer from Russia to have military talks and meetings on the crisis in Syria. Secretary of State John Kerry says that he's been speaking with the Russian foreign minister about Russia's recent military buildup in the region. Kerry also saying the United States is taking additional steps to address the resettlement of thousands of Syrian refugees.
We're also considering ways that we can increase overall refugee resettlement numbers. And as you know, President Obama just announced that for fiscal year 2016, the United States will bring in at least an additional 10,000 refugees from Syria. These are important measures, and as I said, we will likely take additional steps in the next days.
And according to Kerry, Russia says that they're only interested in confronting the threat posed by ISIS. However, Kerry wants a clear picture and understanding of their intentions and has warned that Russian support in Syria could extend that conflict. And here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. And as we look at the middle of the week numbers, things being steered and obviously directed by perturbations and worries about what's going to come out of the Fed meeting. That's happening tomorrow, but there's been a lot of foreshadowing already, both about the strength of the economy and the intention not to raise interest rates possibly until fiscal year 2016. You see the results right there in the major indexes. The Dow rising 140 points, 16,740. The Nasdaq Composite up 29 to 48.89. The S&P up 17 to 1995, and gold rising $16.10 to $1,118.70 on this day of trade. Rapid City Police needing members of local churches to be mindful of checking accounts after a recent burglary. Police say that in the early morning hours of September 14th, they responded to a burglary call at Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church on Jackson Boulevard. A suspect had broken a window to get into the church. They rummaged through several offices. The church's safe was also missing. Now, that safe contained a number of valuables, including checks written to the church as offerings. Rapid City Police are asking all church parishioners to watch their checking accounts closely. If one of the checks clears the bank, police want it reported to them immediately. Anyone with information is urged to call police at 394-4134. A judge deciding that he will allow testimony about an alleged outburst by the victim of a fatal Rapid City stabbing during the trial of the suspect. 21-year-old Samuel Tiborek. He is accused of killing his roommate, Matthew Wassenaar, in May by stabbing him in the back 5 times. He is scheduled for trial in late October on alternate counts of second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter. Tiborek says that he feared Wassenaar and acted in self-defense. His attorney asking the judge to allow testimony about an alleged outburst that Wassenaar directed toward an instructor at Lake Area Technical Institute. Prosecutors had objected to that request, calling the testimony and the evidence nothing more than hearsay. And a federal grand jury has indicted 2 women on charges of assault with intent to commit murder. They allege they attacked a man and tried to set him on fire in Eagle Butte. That indictment also charging Lisa Lone Eagle and Kendra Belt with assault with a dangerous weapon and assault resulting in bodily injury. That related to the September 6th attack on Thomas Bennett on the Cheyenne River Indian Reservation. Prosecutors say that Lone Eagle and Belt assaulted Bennett with a sledgehammer head and choked him before covering him with a blanket, pouring fuel on it, and attempting to light it on fire. The trial for a man accused of murdering Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson's biological son started yesterday in Canton. Joseph Patterson is charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter, and aggravated assault in the death of 2-year-old Tyrese Robert Ruffin in October of 2013. Patterson could spend the rest of his life in prison if he's convicted. Prosecutors say the child died as a result of head trauma consistent with abuse. The defense claims that the boy choked on fruit snacks. The court will hear from medical experts throughout the course of that trial proceeding. Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio joining us, and another beautiful night.
Another beautiful night. I got good news. Finally got some good news, folks. Okay. I mean, after all of that, I'm going to bring some good news to everybody.
Bob's the ray of sunshine
yes.
at the end of the great
I think we need a little bit, don't you?
We could do some therapy. I think.
Yeah,
probably some good
sure
stuff.
Could. My goodness.
Yep.
All right, we got some cooler temperatures. It was a warm day again today, but with cooler temperatures are on the way. Hopefully that brings a smile to everybody, a little shower activity. And again, a lot of that's not hitting the ground. But tomorrow evening and Friday, I think we'll have a much better chance for some showers. And it's going to be sort of a blustery day on Friday, but let's welcome that because we're going to use a little bit of moisture, and we're going to certainly use some cooler temperatures.
All right, so the wind is what brings us the change, right?
Well, oftentimes, yes.
That seems to happen. We'll get more details coming up with Bob and his forecast in just a bit. We're back with more news after the break, right here on NewsCenter1 at 10.
This is NewsCenter1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
I'm a fan of this plateau.
I'm a fan of things that go.
I'm a fan of all things kitschy. I'm a fan of Lionel Richie.
Hello.
I'm a fan of DQ. I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
Bakes.
DQ Bakes. I'm a fan of warm ciabatta.
I'm a fan of cold and hotter.
Melty snacks on my snack break.
I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
New artisan-style sandwiches, snack melts, and desserts. Hot out of the oven and only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
I'm a fan.
So we've had a Tempur-Pedic for a while, but now that we have the adjustable base, it's even better.
I'm gonna go up and...
Discover how Tempur-Pedic can move you.
It's the grand opening at Simply Sleep Better. Get a free 7-night vacation for 2 at your choice of locations in the United States or the world with a minimum purchase or a $300 gift with purchase of a Tempur-Pedic set. Plus, get 4 years, no interest. Better prices, better advice. Simply Sleep Better, now at 2 locations by Rushmore Crossing and on Mount Rushmore Road, Rapid City.
Your everyday banking should never interfere with your everyday life. Bank West puts you in control of your money, wherever you are and whenever you need it. Bank West, Convenient, connected, committed.
Menards has all the appliances you need to update your home, like this Whirlpool 3-cycle dishwasher. It has 3 automatic cycle settings, upfront electronic controls, and a 1-hour wash option that cleans dishes in half the time. $309. Brighten any room with Patriot lighting. The Warren collection features a rubbed antique finish with tea-stained glass. This 3-light convertible ceiling light mounts 2 different ways, just $39. This stylish 5-light chandelier is only $79.
Save big money at Menards.
This is the game we like to call Follow the Leader. With best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, best payload, and with more people driving Ram trucks than ever before, we've built quite the following. Get a great deal on the best trucks during Ram Truck Month. Get 0% APR plus $4,000 total bonus cash on Ram 1500 Bighorn or Laramie Crew Cab models in stock the longest.
Well, some of us are probably not too anxious to see summer 2015 coming to an end, but this Sunday marks the last full day of summer. And that's the end of one of West River's largest summer industries, of course, the summer tourism season. Thanks to this year's 75th motorcycle rally, sales tax revenue collected an astounding $2.4 million from the record-breaking 1,400 temporary vendors alone. That broke the old record of over 1,300 temporary vendors set back in 2005. Even though most of the money, $1.88 million of it, came from the northern Black Hills, including Sturgis and all of their Meade and Lawrence communities, the highest growth percentage came from the southern hills, where Rapid City, Custer, Hill City, and Keystone gathered an 84% increase of sales tax revenue from temporary vendors.
Well, you're seeing an increase of vendors spreading out around the Black Hills area. For example, Black Hills Harley-Davidson Rapid City has a large presence now. They've increased their square footage and their number of vendors that they have. It is a significant collection for us here at the Department of Revenue. I'd say it's the biggest numbers I've seen in my time doing this job.
And that's just from temporary vendors. Numbers from all other permanent local businesses, such as hotels, shops, bars, and restaurants, have not been released yet. Those numbers are also shaping up to be ones for the record books.
Indicators that I've seen are showing that tourism in general is having a good summer, and we're seeing increases in other areas as well.
And 4% of all collected sales tax revenue goes toward funds for schools and roads. Numbers on the total sales tax revenue, including permanent local vendors, are expected to be released sometime next month. Well, today was the perfect day to enjoy the Black Hills. It is one of the best times of the year, as we've noted so frequently. Temperatures not too hot, not too cold, blue skies, vivid colors out there. The quality of the sunshine in autumn is unparalleled, and of course we have the beauty to match. Bob Riggio and your full forecast coming up after the break.
Fisher Home Galleries carries some of the finest brand name furniture in America and is home to the exclusive Flex Steel Gallery. With upholstered styles and your choice of over 1,500 designer fabrics to choose from, you will be able to create your own dream home at the guaranteed lowest prices in South Dakota. And best of all, the beauty and comfort is made to last. The Flex Steel Blue Steel seat spring and frame are guaranteed for a lifetime. Invest in better quality furniture at Fisher Home Galleries, where beautiful homes begin. On West Main and Rapid City.
There are people in this world who devote their lives to the pursuit of stuff. People who confuse the shiny objects they chase with the object of life. Here's a radical thought. What if it's not more stuff we need? What if it's about having just enough of the right stuff to live a great life? We come from a place where less is more, where people's priorities are just a little bit straighter. It's not the outfit, it's the compliment you get when you wear it. It's not the chips and the soda, it's the family picnic you enjoy them at. At Shopco, we're not a big box, we're a better box. Our stores are simple, clean, and welcoming, not overwhelming. Just the essentials you need from the brands you trust at a fair price. Because at the end of the day, it really isn't about the stuff. It's about the life you live with it. Shopco, the stuff that counts.
The model year closeout is on now at Granite Buick GMC, your participating Rushmore Buick GMC dealer. Choose from the tri-state area's largest selection of GMCs with over 100 Sierras, Terrains, Canyons, Yukons, Duramaxes, and RMTs in stock. Get $10,000 in savings on GMC Sierra and drive a new Buick for only $299 a month with no money down. Don't miss the model year closeout on now at Granite Buick GMC, your participating Rushmore Buick GMC dealer.
Tickets on sale for September 29th and 30th at GotMine.com, 1-800-GOT-MINE, the Silverado Franklin, and the Civic Center box office.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
All right, let's start off the TrueView Titan radar. A little bit of rain down in the southern hills, 1,200ths of an inch down in Hot Springs, about 1/100th over in Custer. Still raining down there. A lot of this is just light stuff. There's no thunderstorms embedded in this, just an area of light rain moving on through the Black Hills. It should be pretty much out of the area shortly after midnight tonight. And then there's a possibility of a little more shower activity early tomorrow morning. Should be clearing out throughout the day, throughout the morning hours tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, much better chance for some of this moisture once again. And then Friday. Friday's going to be a blustery day. It's going to be cool, it's going to be wet, and it's going to be windy on Friday. So make your plans accordingly. 88, the high, 47, the low temperature today, and 6:32 sun up, 7:01. The sun will be going down. 69. We have some high clouds overhead at the present time. We had a maximum wind gust today of 35. Winds are currently out of the north at around 13. And then Spearfish, again, some high clouds there. Northwesterly winds at 15. They had a maximum wind gust of 38. So it was a windy day today. We had some winds. We had some winds yesterday. We have some more today. 84 Louisville, 88 Houston, 90 Denver. So it was warm there. You can see all this cooler air back to the northwest. Well, that is going to be filtering into the Black Hills tomorrow and certainly on Friday. Friday's going to be rather chilly. Here we go. Here's the satellite radar. Let me back up here. Nothing much going on. Some rain down in Florida, some showers around Minneapolis. And you can see the showers across Colorado, Wyoming into North Dakota and South Dakota, western South Dakota, all associated with that low pressure area. That'll slide further off to the east tomorrow, and this cool front will be to our south, so temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Here's the rainmaker for us right here, this low pressure area out over Idaho. That thing is going to come marching right on through tomorrow evening, and then on Friday it's going to move across the Black Hills Friday, and that's going to give us those strong winds. It's also going to give us the clouds and the rain and the blustery conditions and those cool temperatures as well. Here's a little closer look at all that. There's the front. This is tomorrow. Slightly cooler tomorrow, and we'll have some clouds in the morning, maybe a little bit of rain in the morning, but we do expect it to clear out. There it goes. Now, tomorrow evening, boom, here we go. What time do we got? This is 2 a.m. Friday morning. So there you've got the possibility of even some thunderstorms, some shower activity, and that's not the end of it. Here we go. Here comes that. There's that low, and you can see this becomes more widespread 9 a.m. Friday morning. And then it looks like it should be clearing out by the afternoon, at least moving out of the Black Hills, moving off into the Badlands and out into the prairies Friday afternoon. But those winds will still stay with us. Circulation around that low is going to keep those winds out of the north. It's going to keep our temperatures definitely on the cool side. So as I'm saying, it's going to be kind of a blustery day on Friday. High temperatures, 86 in Huron. Who else we got here? Sioux Falls, 87, 91 Mitchell, 84 over there in Phillip. And today was slightly cooler, primarily over central South Dakota. You can see 16 degrees cooler in Faith, 10 in Phillip, 12 in Buffalo. And these negative numbers will show up again tomorrow if we show that graphic again. Tomorrow, these are the expected high temperatures. We don't see 80s and 90s. Now we're seeing 70s and 70s all across the board. And then on Friday, here we go. Let's see what we got here. There you see temperatures in the 50s with clouds, with wind, with rain. So blustery. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. 65 Spearfish, 66 Custer, 68 Buffalo. 73 in Pine Ridge, interior 73 as well. Who else we got here? 72 Hot Springs, Belle Fourche 68, Sturgis the same. The forecast for tonight, 52 for the overnight low with mostly cloudy skies. Should be a cool night. Those showers, we've already seen them, and they should be moving out of the area shortly after midnight tonight. And tomorrow, some clouds in the morning. Fairly just cooler, 70 degrees, certainly cooler than the 88 we had today. And showers, again, returning late in the afternoon, early evening tomorrow. As a matter of fact, here is the tomorrow night forecast, 48, chance of showers, mostly cloudy and chilly. And 7-day forecast, we'll keep these chilly temperatures in the forecast on Friday, 54 the expected high temperature. And we'll look for the rain late Thursday and blustery conditions with some rain on Friday, clearing out by Friday afternoon at least. 74 on Saturday, 79 on Sunday. So we'll dry it up just in time for the weekend. ClickBigDeals.com. Get $12 at Chow Italian Eatery for just $6. That's a 50% off. So if you want to save $6 and grab a good Italian meal, head on over to Chow. They're located on 512 Main Street here in Rapid City.
And I told you at 5:30.
I love it. I love
the
it,
name, man.
I know it.
Chow, baby.
Say it again.
Chow, baby.
And
well,
chow down,
and
baby.
it's good chow. Yeah, chow down.
There you go.
Let's go have some. We'll be back with golf tips coming up after the break.
Papa Murphy's pizzas are hot because you bake them in your own oven, and you can taste the difference. When they cool a little, of course. Home bake a large Papa's Perfect with half pepperoni, half Hawaiian. Just $9. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Each day is a race against time. The winners are the ones who find time to laugh and play and dream. They celebrate adventure, friendships, and new opportunities. Scheels can help you with fashion that's timely, whether you're far away or close to home. This is your time. This is your year. Scheels.
What makes Liberty Superstores a dealership for the people? People with more insight, more options, more respect, more heart. We eagerly serve the frustrated, the hardworking, the people. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car, and that's what makes us for the people. Liberty Superstores.
It's one big tent sale and store-wide clearance at Fisher Furniture. We're clearing our floors and making room. The giant sales tent is up, and today at all 3 Fisher stores, you're gonna save big. No, you're gonna save so big. Under the tent and in the stores. Save on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and TVs. Get the guaranteed lowest prices in South Dakota. Plus special 3 years interest-free financing inside all 3 stores. It's a big deal. The one big tent sale and store-wide clearance. And it's going on right now at all 3 Fearless Fisher stores in Rapid City.
Thousands of subscribers have come to know Click Big Deals as the ultimate deal site, offering the biggest local deals 50% off or more. ClickBigDeals.com is the place to click and save big on products and services you use every day. So log on to ClickBigDeals.com now and get started.
Well, folks, you can get from the sand to the green with a little help from NewsCenter1. We're talking about the fairway bunker shot in tonight's JR's Golf Tips. Again, welcome, JR Golf Tips. I'm Bob Riggio. With me, JR Hamblin. He's the PGA golf professional right here at Arrowhead Country Club. We're still standing in a bunker. We're going to talk about the fairway bunker shot.
Thanks, Bob. Last week was a little longer bunker shot. This week, a fairway bunker shot. So it's really just like your normal setup off of the turf. I'm going to square up to the golf ball on my target line. I got my 9-iron here. So you're going to put that ball in your stance just where you would with a normal 9-iron, keeping the lower body real quiet, digging yourself in a little bit. You don't see the tour players digging themselves in as much anymore, but I like to have it for good footing. I've got my 9-iron. I want to keep my lower body very quiet. And probably one of the biggest keys to hitting a decent fairway bunker shot is sweeping the club back. I mean, you should be sweeping it back in a normal shot anyway, but this is when it gets really, really critical. You want to sweep the club back. And get that ball up in the air and pick it right off the sand.
Yeah, first things first though, you always want to make sure you have enough loft on the club to get over the
lip of the
bump.
Yeah, so sometimes you got to kind of take your medicine with that and take a couple club down, a couple clubs just to ensure that you get out.
Okay, thanks a lot, JR. Appreciate
You're welcome.
it. Join us next week on JR's Golf Tip.
They come from different worlds, each with a particular set of skills. Midco Extreme Internet, Midco Preferred Cable. Agents on a not-so-secret mission to save the world from slow internet and bad cable. But at only $89 a month for 12 months, there's a price on their heads. Don't miss this blockbuster event. Click happiestdevices.com.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
The kickoff to savings is now during the model year closeout at Granite Buick GMC. Choose from the tri-state area's largest selection of GMCs with over 100 Sierras, Terrains, Canyons, Yukons, Duramaxes, and RMTs in stock. Get $10,000 in savings on GMC Sierras, plus get 0% for 60 months, 2 years maintenance, and our meet or beat guarantee. Don't miss the model year closeout on now at Granite Buick GMC.
Rock solid, drive granite.com.
This homecoming, our Bison take on the Bellefouche Broncs. Join the following businesses in showing your team spirit.
Hot Springs Ace Hardware says, "Get 'em, mighty Bison."
Hot Springs Bank of West California says, "Good luck, Bison."
Everybody Dakota Propane says, "We are proud of our Bison."
Dale's Family Restaurant says, "Go get 'em, Bison."
Show your team spirit and cheer on your Bison at homecoming September 25th at 6 p.m.
This segment brought to you by the Wig Specialists at the Main Boutique, located in Tuscany Square.
Their mission is a noble one. This week is Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week. And Black Hills Works is now taking time to honor 13 professionals who go above and beyond the call of their duty. Direct support professionals are the primary providers for individuals with disabilities. Thanks to their help and dedication, thousands of South Dakotans with disabilities are able to live, work, and thrive as independently as possible. The people being honored by Black Hills Works provide a variety of support, including personal care, independent living, and employment training, and recreation and leisure support.
People with developmental intellectual disabilities that we support, it means a tremendous amount to them to have these direct support workers. They get to know them, they form relationships with them, they become friends with them. And you really could say that they become their closest advisors and mentors out there.
The DSP career has evolved into one where complex skills are needed to do important work, such as being an ambassador, mentor, and facilitator for people with disabilities, as well as their families. Honoring those with a skill to share their lives and hearts is something Black Hills Works say they take extraordinary pride in as well. So many good volunteers in this community, you can scarcely mention them all. So.
Great organization.
Absolutely true.
Great organization.
Yep.
All right, let's look at the 7-day, much cooler tomorrow, 70 degrees, and then we'll look for some widespread shower activity moving in late Thursday, early Friday. Hopefully it'll be clearing out by Friday afternoon with some colder temperatures on Friday.
And that'll do it for us right here, News Center 1 at 10. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's Ford SUV season. Now just sign and go with 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment, hassle-free. Choose from Ford Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition, every SUV. Ford makes it easier for you to be unstoppable during SUV season. Now lease a 4-wheel drive Escape for just $279 a month with 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment. Only at your local Ford stores.
Now, I don't know anything about ads. The trees, perennials, landscaping, I'm your guy. But Mid-Continent Business Solutions made it happen. My rep learned about my company, then her team came up with what to say. Midco's crew who shot the commercial knocked it out of the park. We even won an award. For a guy who doesn't know advertising, I've got a great commercial.
Affordable, award-winning TV ad production by Mid-Continent Business Solutions. See our work at midcontinent.biz.
This homecoming, our Cougars take on the Black Panthers. Join the following businesses in showing your team spirit.
People's Market wish the Cougars good luck in your homecoming game and season.
Kadoka Gas & Go says we are proud of our Cougars.
Good luck, Cougars, from the Farmers Union Insurance Agency.
Fromm's Hardware and Plumbing says, good luck, Cougars.
Show your team spirit and cheer on your Cougars at homecoming September 18th at 6 p.m.
On September 28th, Rushmore Honda is closing their doors and moving to our new location. We'd rather sell our inventory than move it. You'll save big on over 110 used cars, trucks, and SUVs, imports, and domestics, including 35 Honda certified pre-owned. Buy a 2010 Dodge Journey SXT all-wheel drive $10,995, an 09 Toyota Yaris $59,995, or an 11 Chevy Impala LS $10,995. Shop early for best selection. Expect more, get more at Rushmore Honda. Still open at 123 Omaha and online at rushmorehonda.com.